Alright, so guys, woo! You hear that? When me come from a night tree, come from a night tree. But guys, when me come around a strawberry garden, and what me I go do is I go show you how me take care of strawberries. Currently, you can see Basket do a very good job in terms of producing suckers. So these suckers were transplanted from the mother bed. So this is the mother strawberry bed. As I can see, doing really nice. The strawberries blossom in the early days. When I planted these strawberries, I removed the blossom from them, and you might be saying, whoa, lightning, guys. Woo, lightning. You might be saying, why me remove a blossom? But me remove a blossom because just like these lemons right here, if these lemon tree which is recently transplanted into these, they were propagated using air layering. If these lemons start to produce, let's say 5 dozen lemons, or let's say 20 dozen, whatever, or let's say this is orange tree, start to produce a lot of orange, because the limbs aren't strong enough, you're gonna tear down the limb and probably break. Also, the root system is not yet fully developed to produce those oranges, so you probably have to remove those blossom and wait until next year when the plant is more mature and stronger. So same with the strawberries. When I got the sucker, they are Seascape strawberries. I removed the blossom for the first 3 months so that they can put on a better root system, proper leaves, and also adjust to our climate. You know, we don't really propagate strawberries here in Jamaica. I started out with about 20 plants. Now I have a lot. If you can see, we have a lot of plants now just from the 20 that we started with. The basket here is full to the brim with strawberries, and it goes all the way around. So all the way around we have strawberries all the way. Same for this one. This one was planted recently, so this is more mature. This planted at least 1 month or so, or less than 1 month before this basket. So I only have the top to complete it, just like how this top is completed. But strawberries produce something that they call runners, and let me show you. These are runners, and these is what make the sucker. So these produce these runners. These runners turn into a new plant, but these runners take energy away from the strawberries as well. So it's good if you not want to expand and you want to get good strawberries, big strawberries. You cut these runners so that the plant can focus on developing a root system and etc. Guys, rain a come, me have to go. Alright guys, peace. Oh, rain stop. Probably can stay a little longer. Guys, it look like me have to go. Why rain a go on so man? Did they come and they go? They come again, you know. See if I can get the scissors real quick. So right here is the mini garden. I have a little garden right here. But the rain, guys, so I guess this is it. So happy gardening. Peace. Alright, so guys, my day back again. So the rain stop, right? Come back with the basket. So what I go do now, I cut off all I run of them. Meaning say, when I cut the run of them, my plant can focus on developing a proper root system. And the reason why you choose to keep your runners them, if you want to propagate, meaning say you want more sucker to expand your basket and expand. Yes, me need more sucker to expand, but me can get all the suckers I need from right here. Right here, I'm going to try to use these as production, meaning so let them produce big strawberries and stuff like that. And yeah, at least the strawberry plant don't have to focus on dividing its energy and producing runners to grow suckers. And it, you know, this is a new plant, so the time it takes to produce this new plant, it could focus all that energy on itself and probably have bigger juicy leaves, probably more strong root system, so that when it's time to produce strawberries, the strawberries will be big and juicy, right? So that's a hard decision for me. So I just decided that instead of letting these strawberries produce a lot of runners, in return the strawberries are going to be not so powerful. Just cut the runners and do the same for this one. But this one is early transplant, it's not producing any runners as yet. Also, I'm going to cut the runners from the ones that is growing in the PVC pipes as well. I realized that I leave the runners on the plants for some time and observe the plant, and I realized that when the plant have runners, the plants compared to the plants over here, although these are more mature plants, these one look a little bit more droopy. But I realized that because it have the runners, is focusing on producing suckers or baby plants. I cut the runners before, so I'm just gonna cut this one. As you can see right here, this was a runner. You can see the cut. This was a runner where my finger is at. See this one pointing up? So this little nub was a runner and I cut it. So I'm gonna cut this one and go through. This was a runner. You can see that I cut it. No runner. So just go through and cut this one as well. Start to just cut them. So I only gonna leave these ones to produce runner, but everything else no runner. Just gonna cut them. If they're example, let's say I go through and I see a runner that is established. Example, let's say this one have an established root system. I will try to plant it to see if it will grow. Possibility it will not catch because the root system would have to be developed more than this. This just start to push out roots. Probably it don't catch, but either way, just gonna cut it and plant it. It probably don't catch, but if it don't catch, that's part of having a garden. You lose some, you win some, but you have to cut back. If I don't cut back, then this strawberry, if there any hard time reach it, it's just gonna die because they haven't have a proper root system. So let me get my scissors and start to cut. So this is a runner right here. This is a little vine right here. Nothing is on this as yet. It just start to push out this runner. So you know that this little runner is not mature as this one that start to have a root system. So I'm just gonna cut this runner right here. So I cut it with the scissors. Where it is? Here it is. I cut it with the scissors. So so one runner cut. I'm gonna try to plant this one. It probably don't catch, but if it's catch, good. If it's not, then no problem. So I'm just gonna go through, cut this runner. That's a runner right there. Cut this runner. This is a runner right here. Root system as well start to push out little knobs, but taking a lot of energy from the plant, and I don't need any runners on this basket. This basket is solely for producing strawberries, not to produce suckers. So I just, each time I put the runner, I'm just gonna cut it. I will not let it get this material. I was just experimenting to see if I should keep the runners or not, but I decided to cut them. So that's why they look so mature. Normally you would just cut the runners as soon as you start to push out something like this. You probably cut it early in development. Cut that runner. Cut this runner. This one was a mature one. This one probably catch. I can try to plant this one. Your root system seems to be more mature. They're gonna plant this one and see. But this is a runner. Let me get the scissors. Cut. Go through. This is a runner right here. Cut. This basket has a lot of runners. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to put down the phone for a minute so that I can just take up the leaves and look underneath and cut the runners more effectively. But after I finish cut, I just let you know how much of the runners I cut and how the basket is doing. So this is what I cut so far. So I'll see you back in the next few minutes. Alright, so guys, so I finished cutting the runners. So let me just take them up and we're gonna count them together. What's good and what's not good. What can plant and what cannot plant. So I take up all the runners and then we're gonna put them on a spot that is more clearer where we can see everything. Alright, so walk with me. Walk with me, walk with me. Alright, so these are the strawberry runners. Alright, so this one alright, so this one can definitely be planted. As you can see, the root system is now established. So we got one from it. So that one. This one I'm not sure. The root system is a bit young, but I'm going to plant it and see what come off it. Probably die, but either way, the root system is still young. There's a second one on it, but they both probably die. It don't establish as that one, but let's call it 3. This one definitely going to die. Don't have anything yet, but I did still. This one is not so bad. These are not suckers now, guys. I'm just gonna clean up the strawberries. I'm just gonna cut it to throw away. But instead of throwing them away, I could just play around with them, just plant them and see what happens. Alright, just put them there. Alright, how much me there? 3. Me last track of counting, but me just show you guys how it is. This one is going to die, so I can just throw this one away. I don't even have to attempt planting it. This one don't have any root system. This was a very young runner, just start to shoot. Same for this one. Same for all the others that is currently there. Just start to shoot. This one probably catch. You have a root system that is a bit mature, but still young though. So I'm gonna plant these, throw away these. So yeah. Now this is how the basket is currently doing. Look more fresh. It's not so crowded with the runners dripping all over the place. It was very crowded. So now the basket look more fresher. Plant have more space to breathe and focus on themselves. While I'm here, let me remove these weeds. Strawberry don't like weeds, no, and weeds, as you know, attract insect. So if you're more messy, and these weeds, seeing that we are getting a lot of rain, as you can see, the leaves are wet. These weeds in no time will double in size, and then you want to at least have it under control so that you can don't have a lot of insect or pests eating away your strawberry. So the tidier your garden is, the better it is, and also you keep the insects away. So yeah, look much better compared to how it was before. Tomorrow I probably weed around the basket. As you can see, a lot of weeds. This is a young plant. I planted this basket recently, so the plants aren't fully established as yet, but it's coming along really nice. Alright, so heading down to this PVC pipe, I believe I saw a runner right here. So let me cut it. And here it is. So this one can just throw away. Let me just throw it to the compost heap. Let me see. This is another runner. This is a runner right here. Cut it and collect it right here. So this is a runner. This one a bit established. Yeah, so if I leave this, let's say I leave this for a week, probably it would have a more proper root system. But leaving it for a week, meaning that this plant will be transferring its energy to this to make this plant survive for a week. And I want these to be powerful, establish their root, because they are always going to be a runner. Strawberry produce a lot of runners, so even if I cut this, by next week I will have to repeat the process again, and the process continues. So you just have to just keep it under control, Because the lot of, if you have a strawberry bed and it just keep producing runners, it means that it's going to plant, it's going to weak. And if it should produce fruits, fruits are going to be not so powerful, weak, or if they should be big like this, they just big like this, small, you know. Yeah. Over here is the mother bed, so we can get a lot of runners from here. This is where I get most of the suckers from. And over here, I will not cut the runners from here. I will cut it from here though. So yeah guys, so that's it, and how I take care of my strawberries. And yeah, happy gardening.